A new week has begun as we enter the end of January. The markets seem to be losing a little bit of momentum at these levels. Today, the stock market is back testing the breakout zone. And with the Fed meeting coming up, it's a big question mark of whether it's going to hold. Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart failed to maintain our short-term continuation signals. So is it possible that the markets may see a correction before going up further? Let's talk about that in today's video. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is January 30th. We are just a couple days away from the Fed meeting, which is coming up, which might be why the markets are getting a little bit uneasy, a little bit uncertain about the next move. We are back testing critical previous resistance as potential new support, and that's really the main thing that I want to discuss today, because that is the next step in creating potentially bullish structure or failing to hold bullish structure. So in the last video on this channel, we discussed that new highs were likely to come. The market did hit new highs, though it did not go up as much as expected. And now we're starting to see a bit of a breakdown of the current short-term trend. And so what do we need to do to confirm or deny the bullish trend that we've been in? Well, let's look into the charts. So the first thing that I'm noticing today is that the US dollar index is bouncing off of a support here. It's trying to create a new support level just above 100. Since Bitcoin was created, Bitcoin's biggest enemy was really the US dollar index. It has a very strong inverse correlation most of the time. And so that is definitely one of the driving factors here. But like we've been talking about, the stock market is so key for Bitcoin on this trend. And the stock market's performance is going to determine whether Bitcoin succeeds in this uptrend or not. And if you look at the S&P 500 on the daily, we've seen a breakout of the downtrend, and today we're back testing the breakout zone. So the S&P really needs to hold above 4,000 in order to maintain this potential breakout that we are in. If we end up falling back below 4,000, well, that would be a false breakout, and then things might actually turn for the worst. This is all very possible. And what's interesting is that there is a direct correlation to what Bitcoin's doing from what the stock market's doing. The stock market has broken the year-long downtrend and is back testing it today. Bitcoin has broken the year-long downtrend and is above it and potentially back testing it right now. On the daily, the RSI has just exited overbought territory, so we are getting a cool down. And the downward sloping resistance, which could be the new support level if we hold it, if we maintain it, it's coinciding with the previous resistance of 21,500, though I think more specifically you could say 21,650 is the major area of previous resistance and the macro downtrend line, which we would need to hold to maintain this as a true breakout. So Bitcoin does have a little bit of wiggle room below us to go as low as 21,650 roughly. And if we can bounce off that level, that is previous resistance as new support, and that is a macro downtrend line as new support as well. So that's really what Bitcoin needs to hold here. And so that's the main thing on my mind. Is this a true breakout or not? And it's going to be really easy and really obvious to be able to tell whether it's a true breakout or not. We just got to hold the previous macro resistance as new support. And so today the markets are likely feeling a little bit uneasy, a little bit uncertain about what's going to happen after the Fed meeting. There's of course still lots of concern about a continued recession, and that's something that we still have yet to see. And so it really is that simple. If the S&P fails to hold the breakout level, if Bitcoin fails to hold the breakout level, well, then this might be going in the bear's favor as some sort of bull trap. And so as Bitcoin comes back to retest the macro downtrend line, that's going to be the true test of demand. Is the demand there? Has the market sentiment really shifted to being so bullish that we can flip previous resistance into new support? And a lot of people are just hyper-focused on the short term, but the answer here is simple. Bitcoin's breaking the macro downtrend. And to get confirmation that this is actually shifting into an uptrend, we now just need to start printing higher lows above the macro downtrend line, and then we can confirm the trend has shifted. And at this point, it's just a waiting game. Of course, the Fed meeting is going to have a huge effect on markets. In my opinion, everyone's expecting the Fed to come out and give a 1/4 point rate hike. And so if the Fed does come out and give a 1/4 point rate hike, maybe that would be meeting market expectations, which could be somewhat bullish, that the Fed's just doing what the market expects. The market's already trying to create a new uptrend, so we'll see. I'm still generally bullish on the trend here as long as we're flipping that previous macro resistance into new support. If we end up failing to hold and we fall below, that's when things change. That's when my idea of this bullish trend shift becomes invalidated, right? So we have to hold that resistance as new support, and that's really as simple as it has to be, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Smash the like, subscribe to this channel, and we only have 1 or 2 days left on this BitGet offer. Deposit 200, get 20. This offer is about to expire. Take it while it's here. I'll see you guys in the next video.